G'day mate, and welcome to Captain of Industry with me, Jetty. Today I want to cover blueprints. I want to cover how to install blueprints because I often get asked with all the different blueprints I share, Jetty, how do I take your blueprints and go and put them inside my game? And that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. We're going to be covering, well, blueprints from 3 different sources. Obviously from my Discord server, because that's how I share all my blueprints. Also, we're going to cover the official Captain of Industry Discord server. And we're also going to cover a third-party website, Captain's Haven, which, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It has potential, but it also has a significant downtime. Yeah. Also, there's no real way to categorize between pre-update 1 blueprints and update 1 blueprints. I have had people message me say, I got this great blueprint, it always worked, blah, 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 blah. And then I looked into it and I realized all the ratios were wrong. And I'm like, yeah, because that was from pre-update 1 and the ratios changed. So, use at your own risk. I guess that's probably the best way I'm gonna put it. But today we're going to be covering blueprints, how to get them into your game and all that sort of stuff. And with that out of the way, I want to ask a very important question. Can I just borrow a like? I like to borrow a like early in the video. It's going to be a relatively short video. So if you're not happy with it, by all means, you can have your like back. Now, with that out of the way, we need to talk about, well, where to get blueprints from. We're going to start with my Discord server because this is how I happen to share my blueprints. It means that I can update them. I can also mark when I've added new ones and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to go to my Discord server under blueprints and save files. If you scroll to the bottom, because you don't want Factorio blueprints or Dyson Sphere blueprints or Timberborn save files, you can go to Captain of Industry. Captain of Industry, once you go there, you go to my Google Drive, which means that if I do an update to the blueprint, like I just recently did for upgraded smelters, you can go there, you can get the latest version. We're going to choose JD's balances because why the hell not? And that comes up with a text document. Now, text document, you want to copy the text. Now, I will mention very, very quickly that depending on which browser you use, some of them don't copy properly. Okay, it happens. It depends on which browser, ad blockers, scripts, all that sort of stuff. If worst comes to worst, just download the file. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Sure. JD's balances. That works. All right. So in my case, I know this works. So I'm going to copy the text. I'm then going to head over to Captain of Industry. We're going to click the blueprints button. And then this particular button here will add a new blueprint by pasting text from clipboard. And then once I click paste, all the text that I just copied goes in here and I should have JD's balances. And then, if you ever wanted to balance, I don't know, a bunch of liquids, there you go. There is a really scary looking, almost looks like a spider, 8-lane pipe balancer. When you just needed to mix a whole bunch of liquids together or a whole bunch of pipes together and make sure they're all nicely balanced. Or you're dealing with farms. Farms, 8-lane U-shaped balancer. Really good for dealing with a lot of food from a lot of different farms. Yep. So that's how we grab those ones. All right, back to Discord. The second spot you can get blueprints, and again, I make no recommendations as to good or bad, it's just a second place blueprints are commonly shared, is in the official Captain of Industry Discord. I will try to upload my blueprints here. I don't make a guarantee because I tend to publish a lot of them and I tend to publish them in bulk. And nobody likes to see Jetty's name 5 times in a row because I happen to publish 5 different blueprints at the same time. But it's just how I do things. I batch do things. I have a couple of blueprints. I finally get around and I got to publish all these. And then I put out 5 or 6 at once. So on their Discord, there's generally a picture of what it's going to look like. That's generally the way that they ask you to post things. In my case, I also post them with a video because, well, some of them are complicated. And then we have a download button. When we click the download button, you actually save the text of the blueprint. In my case, we've already done this once just to confirm it all worked. And with that saved, we then open the file. Once we open the file, we go Control-A, Control-C to copy everything. We go back into Captain of Industry, same story as before. We're going to add a new blueprint. And I will mention very, very quickly that this happens inside whatever folder you're looking at. So I'm actually inside JD's balances. When I click this and I go paste, well, JD's complete oil modules is now inside JD's balances. It gets very, very confusing later on if you're looking for a particular blueprint and you can't find out where it is. Chances are it's in a subfolder of a subfolder of a subfolder. But just let's go to, I don't know, oil module. There we go. That is one part of my blueprint for oil. All right. Next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be Captain's Haven. CaptainsHaven.org. I have only got one blueprint up here currently, mainly because, well, as I said, it has a couple of problems. It has extreme downtime. Also, anything inside a folder, you can't share. So me trying to share my oil modules, which is 8 separate blueprints, I would have to share them as 8 separate files with 8 separate web pages inside Captain's Haven, and then you'd have to go and find each different web page to then grab the... It doesn't support folders, which means any of my multi-layer blueprints, I just can't share. I really can't share, which is unfortunate because I'm about to share a nuclear blueprint. But anyway, back to Captain's Haven. Captain's Haven is probably the best user experience because, well, if we open the particular blueprint, yep, we can see details, but yeah, it details, comments, all that sort of stuff. We can see the description that's actually built into the blueprint. So if I go to all these different descriptions that I bother entering in, they'll actually appear inside the master blueprint. And then we have a raw blueprint data if you want to copy that, or copy blueprint to clipboard. Done. Okay. Yep. And blueprints. And once again, add a new blueprint and paste. And there we go. There's my concrete slab build, which unfortunately, as far as Captain's Haven is concerned, is actually wrong. And I have no way of updating it because, again, the website doesn't offer that service. So yeah, that belt's backward. And I can't fix it. I just can't fix it. Like, it's fixed in my copy of the blueprints, but I can't fix this particular belt in the Captain's Haven copy because there's no way to fix it, which is unfortunate, very unfortunate. But they are the 3 different methods, 3 different websites, well, 3 different resources, I guess, to grab blueprints. And as you can see, hopefully they go in perfectly and they just work first time. And that brings us to the end of the video. I said it was going to be a short video, but I just wanted to cover blueprints very quickly and to make sure you knew how to grab blueprints and get them into your save file. But with all that said and done, I think we're going to leave this particular video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the very next video. Alright, bye.